Hello again and welcome back to the golden age of DC Comics, 365 days where I take this awesome and well-loved coffee table book given to me by one of my best friends about 2 decades ago. It has been surfing my coffee tables ever since, and it's a great inspiration for conversation, especially about comic books. And, I love this book. I'm using it for its intended purpose. I'm going to crack it open at today's date. We're going to look at some comic book art. We're going to read the blurb, and then we're going to talk about comic books every day for the rest of the year. And we do this every day at 3 o'clock U.S. Eastern Time, so you can tune in daily, and you can have comic book shop style conversation once again. And just leave a comment in the comment section, and we can talk comics just like we used to. The golden age of DC Comics lasts from 1938 with the first appearance of Superman in Action Comics 1 up until 1955. The Silver Age begins in 1956 with the first appearance of Barry Allen, the new Flash, in Showcase number 4. That lasts until about 1970. 1970 to 1985 is the Bronze Age. I'm a Bronze Age baby. And we're in some kind of nebulous catch-all phrase, the modern age of comics, according to the wiki. So, but I dispute that. There's only so much wiki you can accept prima facie, But let's crack the book open and see what we got going on today. I use show notes. I do. One of my favorite things to do is to take this book to my local pub and to just read, write show notes, and have a burger and maybe a pint of Guinness because I deserve it. I work, really hard, and I don't drink anymore, except for, a rare occasion. But that's just the shape of my sobriety, and I'm just oversharing like I usually do. But I literally say, what the is this? We occasionally get some head scratchers, but hey, it's made for kids. Those were my show notes for today's page and panel. So let's get to it. The procession to the King of Dwarfs starts on its way, which is the narrative caption. And you get 2 dwarves talking to each other. He must be but a child. He has no beard. And the other one says, so he hasn't, he, and continues down into the bowels of the earth. And there's a couple. You can see, we're going to get to this one in a second. Yeah, that's the art. Let me move my hand. See, in silhouette, we have see that couple in the third panel there? They're in silhouette in the top panel there. We can plainly see 3 dwarves. We got 4 dwarves I see. And I see some woodland creatures of some deer and bunny. I see bunnies every morning too. I see bunnies. I do. Aren't they the cutest, sweetest little mannequins you ever saw? They are until they are angry, then watch out. Mansplaining in comics. But this comes from Master Comics number 20 from November of 1941. It is April the 27th, and let's read the blurb. This atmospheric panel's fairyland milieu of dwarves and deer suggests the influence of Walt Disney. Silhouetted in the middle distance is El Karim, whose name spelled backwards reads Miracle, a minor member in the club of comic book conjurers. El Karim followed in the footsteps of Ibis the Invincible, right down to the turban and the tag-along girlfriend. So apparently, the gentleman here is El Karim. Get a little parched talking about comics all day. It's parched business, I could use my whistle. But yeah, occasionally we get this. Scratch your head and be like, okay, that's from Master Comics. Yeah, number 20. And some days the content just doesn't write itself. But yeah, this is from the wiki. Master Comics was a monthly ongoing comic book anthology series that began its 133 issue run, cover dated March of 1940 until April of 1953. It was published during the 1930s and 40s period known as the Golden Age of comic books. Published by Fawcett Comics, it contained features starring superheroes, excuse me, including Master Man in the first 6 issues only. Also included Bullet Man, Minute Man, and its best-known character, Captain Marvel Jr., part of the light-hearted Marvel family. My goodness, yeah. I wondered if Master had something to do with, well, boys before the age of 16 or 18 shouldn't be referred to as Mr. Master. I remember getting mail, like cards in the mail, and like asking, why is this addressed to Master Eric? And as a youth term, I'm going to look it up. Master as a youth term. The use of master is a prefix title, according to Leslie Dunkling, a way of addressing politely a boy, too young to be called Mr. It can be used as a title and a form of address for any boy. Gendered language. I'm not getting into that. I'm not touching that stuff. Yeah, I mean, I'm like Jango Fett in Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. I'm just a man just getting his way into this galaxy. You know, something like that. Yeah, but Master Comics was that was Quality Comics. And so all the Quality Comics became DC Comics retroactively when it was purchased by DC in 1956. Quality Comics was purchased outright in 1956. Then began the super team-ups of Superman and Captain Marvel, Shazam. Formerly, they were rivals. And there was apparently a lot of lawsuits, too, involving it was Captain Marvel, like, ripping off things. And there's some notoriety. That's a story in its own. And that's a story for another day. But yeah, today is April 27th. What the is this? I love, yeah, such are my show notes. And yeah, that's all I got for today. We were just talking about some Golden Age comics, the Golden Age of DC Comics, 365 days, where we are going to be talking about comic books every day for the rest of the year. So tune in tomorrow, 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern, and we'll find out who we're talking about, when we crack this book open tomorrow. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. Like and subscribe. I would love to earn your subscription. I make cooking videos. I'm a professional chef. It's the playlist called What's Cooking. I'm a spiritual guy, an amateur theologian, and an ordained minister. We get spiritual here. I was given the gift of gratitude, and it's given me greater purpose. Hopefully, I can pay this forward and turn you onto that notion too. The playlist is called Gratitude Lists and Sunday Sermons. Tune in for some spirituality. Hashtag lighten up. It's got to do with enlightenment, but you know what? We could all use to lighten up a bit. So I'm trying to, reaffirm this hashtag is maybe like co-opted to my nefarious purposes. And thank you so very much for tuning in. God bless. Namaste. Good luck. And hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Okay? Bye-bye.